What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another ranked ladder video utilizing the Bonney strategy. So kind of awkward. I'm off the Zoro again. So I made a video. If you didn't know, like all my videos have been no Zoro videos essentially, and then recently I put Zoro back in the deck. Because a lot of people said it was really good into like the Mirror and Enel and Black Luffy, and like I was crazy for not playing it and that kind of stuff. And then I started losing over and over again, and I hated it. And then I like stopped playing the deck for a day and just tried to play Black Luffy on the ranked ladder and completely tanked my ranking. So yeah, that was really sad. And then actually a Bonney won a regional so it won a regional over the weekend, and then it also I think it was the Mexico City regionals, and then the same player with the same list placed top 3, so I guess third, in a treasure cup online the day after. So with this list right here with no Zoro, the player's name is Naherita, Najerita on Twitter. So go check him out. Seems to be a pretty good player, and they're also off of the Zoro. A lot of people in his comment sections are asking why they aren't playing the Zoro, and they say the pretty much same things I've been saying this whole time about how like even in the matchups it's good, it's win more, and you can win without it. Just not necessary, and like in the matchups that it's not good and it's really really bad. So like why are you playing it? And finally, I don't know. I kind of just feel validated for my prior opinions, so I'm gonna keep playing without the Zoro for now. And I just really don't like it for multiple reasons that I've said a million times. But so we're gonna play some games, and I actually, funny enough, have like 6 games here that of matchups that you would think Zoro would be really good in. But I'm just not playing it, and you can see why it's just not necessary in those matchups. So let's just start with the games here. First is going to be against Enel. They're going to choose second, so I'm going to mulligan because I don't really have any top end, and then I'll just play Bonney. Pass, they're going to flampe pass. I'm going to Bonney search a Cavendish. I think it was the only target pass. And then they're going to swing, tap the flampe. Once again, never swinging at their life until necessary. Going to swing 5 at their flampe and just play the Cavendish. Obviously, it's going to get Gadatsu'd, but we have another one, so it's whatever. We do get a Hody, so it's nice. We can tap the Gadatsu, swing into it, pass turn. And also we're playing around Yamato because we're going to 6 life. They're going to swing 6. We'll just take that because we have the kid in the Corazon. And they're going to play a Shirahoshi for 2, so that's whatever. Probably going to play the kid and pass. Hey! Quit. Cat is going crazy on the cat toy. Hey! Relax, man. Okay, sorry, I had to throw the cat toy across the room. So I'm going to rewind. They're gonna just play Raigo. I think they did, and then swing 7 with leader Banish, which is whatever. I'll just counter out of that, and then I'm just gonna play Cavendish into Bartolomeo because I don't really have anything else to do. I'm gonna swing 5, see if they'll take it. They do, so I'm gonna try and put them to 0 this turn. Since they took the 5, it's just super easy to put him to 0. Swing 8-8, put a Dawn Under Kid, make him counter out of the second 8 with 2 2Ks. So we essentially discarded 2 2Ks out of their hand, and then play the Corazon. They're gonna play an 9-drop Katakuri onto our onto our kid, and then swing into the Cavendish. I'm gonna guard out of those. so I can try to contest the board. So I'm gonna Bonney the Dawn so that they can't 10-drop Ace me next turn, and then and also so I can get value out of the Cavendish. Swing 7 into the Frankie, then swing 13 into the Yamato, pass turn with the Dawn standing. They're gonna go 8 into the dish. We'll just tap the leader and let it go. And then since they can't 10-drop, I'm assuming they don't have the 9-drop, so they're just gonna Gadatsu into Frankie. Just to try to keep up tempo. We don't really have anything going on for us, but we're probably going to play this Cavendish. Going to go 12 into the Katakuri. It surely dies. We'll just go 5 at life. If they take it, we can put them to 0, or at least make them discard a card. So we're going to swing 6. And then they do discard the card, and then we're just going to play Cavendish Resonante. They're going to swing 6, tap the Frankie. Counter out of it, 'cause, might as well. And then they're gonna go 10. We'll block that one, and then take the 5. We do rip a Hody off the top, so it's like something to do this turn. We just need to draw like anything to play. But Hody's pretty good. We can swing 6 into the Gadatsu. We try to bait out 1k counters. They don't take the bait because they know we're just going to swing huge into this ace, so they're going to need all the counter they can get. So I'm deciding whether to go 10-10. In either way, they're just going to discard 2 cards over if they have it, so might as well swing 12 and demand the 2k, 1k rather than 1k, 1k. And then we'll just clear the rest of the board so they can't do any Katakuri nonsense and pass turn. We have Bonney, so we're just going to freeze the back row as our only thing to do because we want to extract value out of this Cavendish. We'll swing low numbers here with our 5 drops first to try and bait out some easy 2Ks. And then since they took that second swing, we can start going crazy at life to put them to 0, 999, so that they're forced into playing a life gain card this turn instead of contesting the board. They're going to go 10 into life. We'll tap the leader, take it, Katakuri back to Shirahoshi, and it should just be game here. We'll start with 7 from Bonney. They will 0-drop 7 from Bonney, take it, Shirahoshi, gain a life, and we'll go 9s. And that should be it. So as you can see, no Zoro needed. You just need to like draw cards to play and just be smart. You know, just you're playing against Enel, play Enel. I mean, don't play into silly stuff. Going to go against a Nami player here. I think I keep this hand because we have the Hody Jones, which is really good into Nami. So Zoro, but not on it on this list. They're going to play a Margaret, go down to 0 standing Dawn so we can get off a free 5 swing here. And yeah, they're going to block. We'll just play an Urog, just summon a 5k. They just pass with 2 Dawn up, so we're not going to swing. No need to give them cards here, or free counter cards here. Just play the Basil, establish a 7k pass turn. They're going to hit the second Pilaf. Pass turn. Now we can Hody down 2 of the Dawn, so they're only at 2. Swing with the 7 first. Try to get some of these Dawn down so that we can swing with our 5s later on in the turn. That's going to be like a recurring pattern in this game. You'll see. So we'll go 7-9. Try to bait out this last Dawn before we swing our 5s. And they actually take the life there. They don't get any trigger, which is nice. And here we can just swing 5 if they... In this spot specifically, like a lot of times you don't want to, but in this spot with only 1 Dawn, 2 5 swings, we can safely swing 5 if they do use the Dawn. Like they're not that low, so it's not a big risk. If they do use the Dawn, like they're gonna use on like a rubber band or something, then we can swing a clean 5, demand a 1k or a life. So they're just gonna gavel, actually discard the white snake mill too, then we can get a clean 5 off. If they do counter out with like a 1k counter on our leader swing, then we just don't swing the Urog, obviously. They're gonna go 5 into the Urog, easy counter. And they are going to play the Gloriosa. And we can 10-drop Dofi if they decide. So like right here, like the going strat in this hand, would be, you know, if they spend a lot of Dawn, we're gonna Hody, tap the rest of it so that they don't have any Dawn. We can get some clean swings in. If they leave a ton of Dawn up, we're just gonna 10 drop, stun the leader, establish a 10k body. So let's see what they do. They're just gonna keep a ton of Dawn up, so we'll just do as I said, play the 10 drop, pass turn. They're gonna Bones into the Gavel. And we get another Hody, so like crazy. We'll Hody down 2 Dawn because we don't really have much else to do. Like if we had something else like another 10 drop, probably just play that. But since we have the Hody, we might as well take advantage of it. Swing 9 first. We're gonna go 9, 9, 9, 11. But since they white snaked, we're gonna pivot to 10, 10 with the Dofi Hody. They'll Gavel this one, discard a white snake, go up 4, mill 2. They're down to 20 cards in deck. And the 1k with that Bones that they added off the snake. We'll go 10 again. And if they do end up tapping this Dawn, we can get off some clean 5/5/7s. And they do, so they snake dance, add back the counter, and then I forget that they white snaked. So we're just gonna swing 7 instead. They'll take the life though, it's less massive. They don't have any 2Ks in hand. They're gonna third peel off, swing 5 into the Uro. We'll just counter something irrelevant, and they're gonna stand up all that Dawn. So we're just gonna get a 5 swing out of this Uruk before we replace it with the Hody. You know, could have argued for a 6 swing there to play around the white snake, but it's whatever. We're gonna go 8 with one of the Hodys, just going even numbers here, making them use their Dawn. We'll go another 8. And we can go like 8, 10, 10. Okay, sorry, my cats were going crazy. I had to put them away from each other so that they stopped making so much noise in the background. But here we are, we're going to Hody down the Dawn, swing a ton of 8s and 10s. They tap down the rest of their Dawns, so it's just kind of irrelevant now how we swing. We're just going to go 8, 7, 8, 10. And they just have no counter because they tapped out too early. Yep. So next game, going into the Bonney mirror. You know, everyone says that Zoro is the most cracked card in the matchup. Let's see. Opponent says yo. Thank you. So a Plastic Beach X Enjoyer. Fair enough. They're gonna start out with a baby 5. We're just gonna swing into it. Pass turn, nothing to play. They're gonna go 8. We'll take it. We're just gonna go 5. Play the Cavendish. Pass turn. We want to, since we're not playing the Zoro, you don't want to starve the matchup anymore. So we're just gonna swing at life. We rip a Hody. We already had one, but whatever. Opponent couldn't have played around. Well, they could have played around Hody by not playing the Resonante, but it's fine. We will just Hody, swing it to the board, and then swing at life. The rest of it, they'll block with the Corazon on the Hody swing, leave up a Dawn. No need, but just in case. They don't play around it, which they don't. They're going to swing 7 after playing the Cavendish, and we're just going to tap it. 2k counter. We do top deck a baby 5, which is much needed. We needed a Dofi, so we'll take the Dofi there. And just play Hody. Tap down the Dawn, swing into the Bonney. Get our Dawn back. We'll go 6, 8, 8 into the Cavendish until they let it go. I'll let it go on the 6, so we'll go 8-8. Make it so that they can never play the 9-drop Zoro. They can play the 10-drop Dofi though, so that's pretty good. We could respawn with our own Dofi, but we're probably not going to do that. We're probably just going to decide to go wide. Here is one of Bonney's weaknesses, going wide, so looks like we're going to swing 7. And double Urog, okay. To keep up 2 Dawn, playing around Hody. Could have also went Cavendish, Urog, swung 8, keep up 1 Dawn. It's probably not that big of a difference, because we're going to have to replace one of these cards anyway, probably, after they 10-drop us again. And they do 10-drop us again. So we'll go 5, and then decide how to swing out here. Try to put some pressure on life, make them discard some cards. We'll go 8 first. They will take that, so we're just going to go everything, leave a Dawn up, and they just don't have any counter in hand. So yeah, other play, like otherwise, like if they don't take, if they counter out of this, then we can go another Urog or something. I can't remember exactly what I was going to do. Might have been Dish Urog or something. No, it couldn't have been Dish Urog because we already have a Dish on the field. I don't know. Probably just play Urog Pass or something. Swing like 7 with leader to try and get them down to 0 so that they can't play any more Dofis. Because obviously we just swing big with 1 character and win. Going into the next game, another Enel matchup. So another matchup where the Zoro is good. We're going to keep this hand because we have the 10-drop and 2 Basils, and like Basil 10-drop are the best cards in the matchup. We rip a Hody as well, pretty good. We're going to go 9. They're going to go 9. We're just going to tap the Flampe, swing into it, and then play probably the Urog. No, we'll just go baby 5, try to get another Dofi, and we do, so that's nice. Pass turn. And it just acts as a blocker, so it's just kind of free in the spot. They're on the 6-drop AK vanilla, so it's whatever, I guess. We're just gonna play the Basil pass turn. Now they can't caught a curry it or anything. They're gonna go 8. We will tap the leader, of course, and then take it. Hit another 8-drop, which is not gonna do much for us. At least the second one. The first one's gonna be crazy. And they play Luffy into Shirahoshi, so you know, in my mind, what's going on here is they had a Katakuri in hand and they just couldn't do anything with it, so they decided to go with this line, but it ends up biting them back because we do have Hody to contest this kind of board. And then the opponent actually guards out of this 8 swing on the Luffy, and I thought that was really bad. Like, no offense, but why? Like, I get it, it can draw you a card or something, but like you can't pop anything with it right now. You don't play any level reducers, and like you just discarded 4 cards to potentially draw 1 card with a swing, which, you know, is technically like 2 cards for you, I guess, kind of in card advantage. But you're still going -2 to protect it with 4 cards. They're gonna go 11 into the Basil, and we're just gonna tap the Luffy anyway, so they can't go. They can't get anything, like any swing off with it and draw a card. And then they're going to go 12 into the 8K. We'll protect that actually because our hand can afford it. And then we're probably just going to 10 drop, so we'll try to bait out a 1K counter here into the 8, and they actually don't take that. Interesting. And they're just going to play a 7 drop, swing 10 into the Hody. I'll let that one go. I don't need 2Ks in hand. We'll go 10 into the Enel, freeze. They actually just let the Enel die, which I thought was interesting. I thought they were going to burn life and we could freeze it, but they don't. We'll go 10 into the Luffy. They also let that go, so we can just simply play Basil into, or Cavendish into Basil, hold up a Dawn. They're not going to swing. They're just going to Yamato the Cavendish, which is whatever. We have another one. We're going to get a Resonante here and do the Searchers in the bad order, so we hit a good Supernova off the baby 5 and then hit the Dofi off at the Bonney, so it's unfortunate, but nothing you can really do about that. The math was, I think, the same either way. You just kind of have to pick which one you want to do first off of vibes there. And I could have played the Corazon, but it wasn't really going to do anything besides just be a free Yamato Vader. So we decided not to do that. And they actually do swing into the Bonney, and we massively misplayed by tapping the blocker. I thought they were swinging into life, and I just snap blocked. Yeah, they swung to the Bonney, so we just let that go every time. But they're going to go to swing 10 and try to put us to 0. I'm assuming to make our 10 drops dead, which is fine. We're going to swing a clean 5 just to get a card out of hand because they can't afford to take it in this spot. Play the kid, swing 6. Once again, they can't afford to take it in this spot, so they have to counter out of that, and then we can cleanly swing into this Yamato 11. They'll also counter out of that, Yamato 11. And it finally dies, and we're just going to do kid effects. Play the Corazon over the Cavendish to play around the Raigo, pass turn. They're going to go 10. We'll just give them the 3k counter. Once again, playing around the Raigo. They're going to go 4, mysteriously hold up 6 Dawn. And then just bail on the idea and swing after realizing that it's probably just going to get 2k'd. And swing 15 will block with the Corazon because it did its job. It saved the kid from Raigo for a turn. And now we can just pressure life super hard. We're going to start with a 7. Kind of just feel out the triggers here with low Dawn investment numbers. If we need to play the Basil, we can, and we just win. So going to the next one is another Enel. Hand's not that good, so we'll mulligan and we get an even worse one. But we do top deck the 10 drop Dofio, so that's nice. And we have the Searcher for the 2k. Unfortunately, didn't get another 10 drop. We'll search again and whiff on the second one. Unfortunate. They're going to swing into it, play Frankie, pass turn. Can't punish the Frankie because we got to play the Basil here, but they also just don't swing anyway, so cool. We're going to play the Cavendish, and they do some annoying shit here. They can just punish us for not drawing our top end, unfortunately. Like, if we just draw Hody, we just punish them so hard, but we just simply can't draw it. So we're just fighting for top end game here. We do get a lucky kid off of the Bonney, so that's nice. After they Sabo our Urog. Their Yamato's getting so much value here. Every turn. They're going to 10 drop Ace, gain a life. We're just going to freeze. Hold up a Dawn with the Urog. And they're just going to pass, not wanting us to tap in and swing it into anything. We're going to go 9 into the Yamato and no need to do anything else, so we're just going to pass with the Corazon. They're going to go 10. We can tap this Enel finally. Counter out of that. Trying to keep our Resonante up as long as possible to play around the Raigo. And they're just going to go 8s. Not wanting to give them any more cards. We'll just give them the Urog, and then they'll go 9. We'll 2k out of that one. Just because it's better than tapping the Resonante in this spot, I think. We're going to go 12 into the Ace. They will counter out of that, so now we can start baiting some cards or make them kill their monsters with a 5 into the Frankie, 7 into the Sabo. If they give us like a 1k, 2k there, we can swing, like make sure our Ace dies, and then we're just going to swing 15 at it anyway. So just playing like a simple board clear strategy here. They're going to go 9 into the kid, and I have to tap the Corazon as to not just discard 2 free cards, and then just going to go 8. I'm going to do it anyway. And we get like a decently relevant card to play here, so that's pretty nice. It's not like the best, obviously. Like 10 drop Dofi would go crazy, or like another 8 drop or something, but we'll just play the Hody, swing into the board, make him trash a life. We do get a 2k, so they only swing 9. We can tap the leader. If they swing anything higher, we could obviously block with the Basil if we wanted to. And they do have the Katakuri, so they're going to get rid of the 8 drop anyway. We're going to swing 5 just to get a card out of hand, because once again, these are the spots late game you just want to swing 5 at Enel's life, so as to contest the board easier. Just get a free card out of hand. They're going to Rocket Luffy on our Corazon. Swing 8 into the Basil. We have no cards in hand, so we can't protect out of it. That's fine, because we just have game on board if they take that 5, and we can play, you know, just the normal game. Otherwise, if we don't, we can kill the Katakuri, remove all the pressure. I mean, we are at 5 life after all. We're going to go 8 into the Katakuri. They're just going to give it up. We could have went 10 as well. If they don't, they're just going to 10 ace pass turn. Oh no, they're going to actually swing into the Hody. Fair enough. And here we're going to actually start with a 10 because just swinging 5 in this spot won't do anything, because they can afford to take all 3 hits because they have 3 life essentially. So we're not going to swing with the 5 first. Instead, just swing with the 10 and they give it up. If they counter out of that, obviously we just go big on the kid into it. They are going to kill the Dofi by swinging into it. We don't have any cards in hand, so we just have to pass here a couple turns in a row, which is whatever. As long as we're just chilling at 5 life, they're not really pressuring us at all. We have a 10 drop Dofi on the back end just in case. No need to swing. Once again, we're just gonna pass until we can contest the board. They're gonna Raigo our kid, which is annoying, but once again, not the end of the world. We do have 5 life. They're gonna start giving us cards here finally. So we'll take all those and we're just going to 10 drop the board past turn. Luckily we got another one out of life. We can keep going on this train. They're going to Katakuri nothing as to try and kill us next turn, but I think we're just going to 10 drop again after we kill this Gadatsu. Past turn. They'll go 12 at life and then Raigo probably. Can't really do much about that. And now we're going to swing 10 into the Sabo to guarantee the kill. Okay, we actually go into the Enel, and they do use the effect here. I don't know, maybe just go at the Sabo. So that way we could play Kid and guarantee not die next turn. You know, excluding Raigo, of course. So we're just going to go 5. They're going to have to counter out so they don't go into 0. And we're just going to play the kid. Pass. We have tons of counter in hand since they gave us all of our life. And then next turn we can just set up a kill if they can't out the kid this turn. If they have Raigo, obviously that sucks, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't know if we die necessarily. But we probably can't win. I mean, we do have Hody, so... we're going to go 9 into life. They're going to hit a nasty beige on the last life. But it's all good. We're going to go 7, 8, and win because we did exact numbers there. Kind of luck. I mean, not lucky. It's just that's how it plays out sometimes. And like the whole I don't think 9 drop Zoro would have done any better than any of the kids in that spot. Like all of our stuff got Raigo'd anyway. That could have got Raigo'd. So. Like it would have just made it worse in my opinion. Like at least I get some on play value out of some stuff before. But either way, let's go into the last game of the video against another Bonney mirror. We're gonna mulligan our hand. Didn't have too much any top end, so we mulligan into the kid. That's pretty good. We're just gonna go double searcher past turn because Bonney can't clear double searcher. They're going to Bonney into Bonney, and then Bonney into Hawkins. Swing 5. They are on the swing strategy, as are we. We're going to use one of the Bonnies, take a dish here. Are we on 2 times speed? No. We'll go 5 into the Bonney and actually just swing 3 into the other Bonney. I'm not sure if that's right or not, or if I just want to get the +1. But I think it's fine. They're going to clear one of our Bonnies. See what they do. They're going to play Uruk, Baby 5, sure. We'll use our Bonney again. Unfortunately, bear another 10 drop, but that's fine. Swing 5 into life. Cavendish as to play around the leader ability after we swing. Holding up 2 Dawn here. Relatively playing around Hody. They're just going to Baby 5 though. And then Basil hold up a Dawn with Urog. We're gonna Basil of our own, swing into this Urog 8. Honestly, probably should have went 7, so that we could threaten 7, hold up a Dawn with our leader ability. It's probably smarter. That way we could actually clear this baby 5 and not just get free blocked by it. So yeah, definitely should have just went 7/7 with Cavendish leader. Misplay. So you're gonna get another baby 5 search and whiff. Play Hawkins pass so that we can't tap the other Hawkins. That's cool. We'll just play kid, swing 6 into 1. They're going to tap our Hawkins and then block, free block. Now we can go 7 into the Bonney as the player on the blocker. You know, not the most valuable swing, but it's whatever. We'll just play Rosinante to play around the Hody. They're going to Cavendish into Uro, trying to set up a big swing turn, I'm assuming, here at some point. And then to a baby 5, take a 10-drop Dofi. We do rip a Hody, so it's really nice. You know, we did have the Basil, so we could have done some stuff with that, but, you know, Hody's pretty good. We're just going to tap the characters, ignore the Dawn, let him tap our 8-drop here. So that we can clear this board. We'll go 7 into the Urog after going 6 into the baby 5, getting 2 Dawn back. We'll go 8 into the dish. See what they do about that. And they will counter out actually out of that. Interesting. Instead of like block counter or something. They must not have any 2Ks. Okay, I was right. They block double 1K, so they have no 2Ks in hand. Pass turn. Putting a Dawn into the kid, of course, so they can't go 10 drops, swing 6 at life, get 2 Dawn back, you know, 6/7/7 or something crazy. So we will just replace the Corazon with the Basil, which is a questionable play, but I really wanted to get some sort of value out of my Cavendish because it doesn't play around Hody and we get super punished immediately. So very questionable play by me. Whereas like Corazon by itself just plays around Hody. Luckily, like it's a safe misplay because we have so much counter and we have a ton of counter in hand. They're going to go 8, get 2 Dawn back. We're going to counter out of that with 1, and then we're just going to 0 drop 2K out of the 12, and then they're going to go 8, 1K, and now they're essentially can't do anything else for the rest of the turn. We rip another Hody, which makes us just go for game faster, but I honestly don't think it was that necessary. They're going to tap our Cavendish so we can't get any value off of it. And then since they took the life, we're just going to super hard punish with the held back Hody and win the game on the spot. But as I was saying, like I think we could have top decked like any like decent, relatively good card and still been fine, like replacing the Cavendish, like trying to swing out and then like replacing the Cavendish with something. And as you can tell, they had the double 9-drop Zoro. This is what I've been talking about in the mirror is like, if your opponent in the mirror is always swinging at life and like pressuring life really hard, it makes you playing your 9-drop Zoro practically impossible. There's just never a good spot to play it because the opponent's going so wide with such good monsters, and like the threat of Hody every turn just makes you not want to play the Zoro essentially ever, because you could just die in 2 turns. Same with like the Dofi is like that's why I always think it's better to swing the yeah you're playing to the kid for sure. Kid is annoying, and like whoever plays the kid first usually wins, but that's why you know you want to play the kid first and not a Zoro or something like that. But either way, let's get into the list one more time before we get out of the video. I really like this list, and I think I'm just gonna stick with this for a while. Not to dog on all the Zoro lovers and all the Zoro enjoyers, but I just not my style, you know. But either way, GG's to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.